What's up, chicos, and thank you so much for clicking on another episode of Land of a Thousand Queens. I'm your host, Josh TV. Today, I am super excited about the drag queen we're about to meet. She's based out of Milwaukee, Chicago. Please put your hands together for Saadi Fiierce.
Hi, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Hey, girl. How you doing, girl?
Just here, ready to be Chicago's little firecracker that's about to pop in your face.
How did you come up with your name?
Actually, we were at a Denny's restaurant, and I was pretty much named after my friend's sister. And at first, I was a Jones, but I was like, what is that? So I said, no, bitch, I'm fierce. I know I'm gonna be fierce. And obviously, my performance said it, and then it just stuck with it.
So what's the best thing about being a drag queen from the Milwaukee, Chicago area?
I'm right in between, so it's like I get to experience like the whole pageant and the non-pageant. So it's like Wisconsin gives you pageant, and then Chicago gives you like club kid and like just fierce, just showgirl, everything. Like I'm like right in between it, so it's like I get to collide both of my Chicago and Wisconsin sisters in my own head and just create me.
Being fierce.
So what made you want to become a drag queen? Because before, you weren't into the gig.
The first time that I saw a drag show, I was like, what's going on? I looked at my friend, I'm like, bitch, what is this? I'm like, what did you bring me to? And he's like, what? You've never seen this? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, well, it's a drag show. So I was like, okay. So what are these men, girls? What are they? And he's like, yeah, they're... And he explained everything. A couple months later, February rolls around, and he's like, you want to do drag? And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I said, fuck it. Valentine's Day, about 10 years ago, actually, to this Valentine's Day coming up 10 years ago, I got into drag because my friend pushed me to it.
So when you were putting on the makeup, the wig for the first time, like, what was going through your head?
My dad's gonna kill me. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's what was going on. I was
like no pictures.
I was like, what is my mom gonna say? Like, no. And then I told her, and she was like, really? And she's like, I support you. I'll make costumes. And she helped me make my costumes, obviously. And, she was very supportive, and I loved her for it. Like, it was amazing. So
like, I was going to ask you, like, your family, you guys are from Jalisco, Mexico, right?
Yes.
And so what was it like coming out as gay for a Mexican family, and also coming out as a drag queen once you started doing it more often?
At first it was awkward because I had to hide all my stuff. Like, girl, you have no idea. Like, hair, costume. It all became too much to where I had to be like, okay, I have to tell them, and I have to make sure that I stand my ground and I tell them why I do it. So I actually waited for me to get comfortable on why I did it. So, after they had no clue for the first 2 years. And then I got into it and I just went in and I didn't care anymore. And I was just like, Mom, I need help making a costume. She's like, who's it for? I was like, my friend. So, she was just helping me make my costumes. But I wouldn't tell her that they were mine, but she knew that I did them.
Tú eres una mexicana. Do you know how to do el grito?
Yeah, but I can't do that right now. My parents are asleep.
Oh.
I wish I could. I would totally do it. Oh my God, my dad would die. He'd be like, what are you doing? And he comes in my room and sees me like this. Can you imagine? I'm like, I can't do it right now.
Yes!
I can do it better than that, okay? But just... I'm gonna be a lady.
We gotta be considerate. Considerate queen.
Let me just be a lady for now.
Now, all right, let's switch gears now. Now, you competed in high-profile pageants recently, Miss Gay Southeastern Wisconsin US of A 2016.
For my first time, I was pretty proud of myself because I've never been into the whole pageant world. Like, I literally just threw myself. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I did it. I won. I went in. I slayed. I went in. I represented. I came back. And then I'm like, you know what? I need to take a break because even though these high-profile pageants, I encourage all these girls to do them. So if you have a prelim near you, make sure you go out and you do it. Because all these US promoters, they relying on us. Like, we got to make sure we keep it alive. And, putting yourself out there and challenging yourself out there. So, that's what I was mainly doing. And I feel like I gained so much from it because, like, I threw myself into this pageant and I learned so much from it, like makeup, hair, costumes. Like, I feel like it put me together a lot better, like, as a performer and, like, as a person.
All right, girl, another topic. What are some of the bizarre places that you had to get ready in full geesh?
Everywhere. Basements. What the fuck, girl? Like, I've had dressing rooms. Like, there's people like, we actually have dressing rooms. But honestly, no. The most ratchet place I've ever gotten ready it was between an alley. So it was really hot out. It was really hot out, and it was between a restaurant and another restaurant. And there was, like, nothing but just this little alley with this light. So we had to, like, work with it. And I'm like, okay, what about a mirror? And they're like, oh, well, we can pull this one off the wall. I'm like, so I, like, legit looked at my compact mirror. I'm like, looking at myself. I'm like, does my body look even? I'm like, fuck it. If they want to give me an alley to get ready, they'll have an alley ass body. Sorry, boo. But yeah, an alley probably.
Oh man, that's rough.
It was rough. Yeah, there was fucking rats. Like, rats.
When people come to see Saadi Fiierce perform, what are they going to see?
It all depends on what I'm feeling. Like, if my neck is okay, if I haven't performed the day before, then you'll probably get a lot of neck and hair flipping action. But if one of those days where I had to wake up at 5 in the morning, brush like 6 kids that were like crying profusely, would not cooperate, maybe I won't do a lot of like movie dance numbers. But depending on how I feel, if I have a couple of these guys, I'll probably just throw myself, get on my knees, throw my hair. But if not, I'll just feel a little bit of sassy, walk around, give you a little bit of glitz and glamour. And it all depends on the night, really. Like, or my mood. Or if I worked in the morning or not.
Has a straight guy ever hit on you while in drag?
This past weekend, we're having a Fierce night. It was me, my sister Serena Fiierce, and my sister Jasmine Fiierce. We were all performing at Hydra nightclub. And then some guy walks up and he's like, hey, baby girl. And I'm like, hi. And I'm, like, looking at him, and I'm like, looking behind me. I'm like, okay, he was talking to me. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, okay, this is gonna get awkward. Why did he start looking at me like he legit, like, would not, like, he was like this the whole time. He was like, damn, ma. He's like, I'd like to get in that. And he's like, and I'm like, Jasmine? I'm like, save me, Jasmine, save me. And she's like, what, girl? We need to go inside. I'm cold. And I'm like, okay, I need to go inside. I'm like, bye-bye. And I'm like, my boyfriend's inside. But yeah, it happens all the time.
Why do you keep doing drag? What inspires you?
Because I go from a Pikachu to a Raichu, bitch.
All right now.
That's why. Because I evolve every day. That's why. I love it. I love that I grow so much from it. Now I like costumes, hair. Like, I get to learn. Like, I get to do hair, learn how to sew. Obviously, I worked on my makeup a lot more. So just the whole involvement progress.
If people are in the Milwaukee, Chicago area, where can they find Saadi Fiierce perform?
It's a little hard to say, but you can find me at Grand Tequila in Waukegan. It is a Latin night every last Sunday of the month. We have sometimes Hamburger Mary's, Andersonville, and Oak Park in Chicago, and sometimes in Milwaukee. And then I also have La Cage nightclub sometimes. And then Hydrate nightclub as well. It all depends. And then as well, Sidetrack on Wednesday nights for Beyonce night. I will be there January 17th for anybody that wants to visit Chicago. January 17th, I will be at Sidetrack performing alongside Dita Ritz and Sayuna Yomi. So if you guys want to catch me there, I will be there.
All right, Saadi, thank you so much for taking time. Give it up for Saadi Fiierce.
Bye, guys. Nice meeting you.
If you like this video, please share, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to know more about Saadi's social media accounts, they're all listed in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Josh TV, and we'll see you next time.